Let's get one thing straight. I don't own real estate. I just make way more money than most landlords do. I've built a multi-million-dollar real estate business renting other people's properties, and I did it without taking on a single mortgage or dropping a six-figure down payment or worrying about market crashes, leaky roofs, or nightmare tenants. Instead of signing up for 30 years of debt like most people do, I figured out how to rent properties, furnish them, and then flip them into short-term rental cash machines. Within 30 days, a property that cost me $2,500 in rent is bringing in $7,000, $8,000, sometimes even $12,000 a month on Airbnb and VRBO. No debt, no property taxes, no long-term headaches. If a place stops making money, I can walk away. Try doing that when you own the house. Meanwhile, landlords love me. I pay rent like clockwork, their property is kept cleaner than it's ever been, and I don't call them crying about small maintenance. They get guaranteed rent and a property in pristine condition, while I get a money machine and everyone wins.
That's pretty good.
The problem, most people who try this have no idea what they're doing. They either work themselves to death handling everything manually or completely underprice their listing and leave thousands of dollars on the table. I don't do either of those. My business is 100% systematized. Guest messaging, automated. Pricing, optimized daily by AI. Cleaning and turnover, handled without me even texting anyone. Even acquiring new properties. There's a system for that too. This business runs itself while I focus on scaling. I barely touch this business, yet it pays me more every month than most people make in a year. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what softwares I use to make it happen. Because the difference between struggling as an Airbnb host and those making $20, $30, even $100,000 per month isn't luck, it's systems. And if you're still manually responding to guests, managing cleaners in a group chat, or trying to guess your nightly pricing like it's $19.99, you're already behind.
No. Wait.
That's not a business. It's a full-time job disguised as passive income.
God, please, no!
Let's start with the biggest money mistake I see new hosts make: letting Airbnb control their prices. If you're using Airbnb's smart pricing, I have some bad news for you.
You played yourself.
That system is designed to get more bookings, which means Airbnb wants you to lower your prices so guests book faster. More bookings don't always mean more money. I'd rather have fewer bookings at a higher price than be fully booked at rock bottom rates. That's why I used a software called Price Labs. Price Labs uses real-time market data to automatically adjust my nightly rates, so I'm never undercharging, and if a big event is happening in town and demand spikes, Price Labs raises my prices automatically. I'm not leaving money on the table, and if bookings slow down, it lowers rates just enough to keep my calendar full, but never too much to cost me a ton of money. Since switching to Price Labs, I've seen a 40% increase in revenue per property, and I don't touch my prices, I just make more money. Next, let's talk about automation. Because if you're still manually responding to guests, you don't have a business, you have a glorified customer service job. That's where Guesty comes in. This is the brain of my entire rental business. It automatically responds to guests, schedules cleaners, and keeps my bookings perfectly synced across Airbnb, VRBO, and any other platform that I decide to list on. No more double bookings, no more late night guest questions, no more wasting hours a day managing my calendar. Before Guesty, I was spending way too much time on guest management, asking my cleaners if they got the schedule, and manually checking my bank account to see how much I was actually making. Now, Guesty handles everything. It even gives me a real-time dashboard of all my revenue and expenses. I spend less than 30 minutes a day managing my entire portfolio of 17 properties. And of course, none of this matters if one bad guest trashes your place. If you think Airbnb actually screens guests properly, I have bad news for you.
Wrong.
That's why I use AutoHost. This software automatically scans every guest before they book and flags potential scammers or anyone sketchy. And if they fail to check, they don't stay in my property.
Get the fuck out of my site before I demolish you.
Since using AutoHost, my damage claims have dropped by 90%. No parties, no trash houses, no Airbnb horror stories. Let's talk about the one thing that can destroy your Airbnb business faster than anything else: cleaning issues.
This guy stinks!
I don't care how nice your place is. If a guest checks in and sees a dirty bathroom or leftover crumbs in the kitchen, they're leaving you a 1-star or a bad review and tanking your listing. That's why I use Turno. Turno completely automates my cleaning schedule. The second a guest checks out, my cleaners are notified. If one of them cancels last minute, Turno finds a backup cleaner immediately from their built-in marketplace. Every time a cleaning is done, my team uploads before and after photos, so I can see exactly how the property looks without ever being there. Since using Turno, I haven't had a single missed cleaning, no bad reviews, no lost revenue. But here's the secret most people don't figure out until it's too late. Most people don't even know where to set up their rentals. If you pick the wrong city, the wrong neighborhood, or the wrong type of property in a certain market, you're gonna struggle no matter what. That's why I use AirDNA, specifically AirDNA's Pro plan. AirDNA tells me exactly where the money is.
Show me where the money lives.
Before I sign a lease, I already know how much that property can make based on real Airbnb data. I can see occupancy rates, nightly pricing trends, and what my competition is doing, letting me know exactly how the best performing properties are operating, how they're set up, where they're located, and how much they're making, all before I ever put a dollar down. I don't guess, I use data. All I have to do is find properties that are crushing it and replicate exactly what they're doing and where they're located. That's how I only sign leases that are guaranteed to make me 2 to 4 times the rent and profit. So let's recap. Price Labs ensures I never undercharge. Guesty runs my entire business on autopilot. AutoHost protects me from bad guests. Internal makes sure every property stays spotless. And lastly, AirDNA guarantees I only pick profitable properties. These 5 tools completely changed the game for me. It took rental arbitrage from a stressful side hustle into a multi-million-dollar business that runs itself. But here's the truth. Software alone won't make you rich. A proven system will. The reason I've been able to scale to 7 figures isn't just because I use the right tools. It's because I know exactly how to find the most profitable properties, how to negotiate with landlords, how to structure deals, and how to scale without working more. And that's exactly what I teach inside B&B Syndicate, my private mentorship where I help people launch, automate, and scale their own short-term rental business. This isn't a course, this is a mentorship. So if you're serious about building a real business instead of just watching YouTube videos about it, I've left a link in the description down below to book a call with my team. And I can't promise we'll be the right fit, but I can promise you'll walk away knowing exactly what to do next, whether or not we end up working with you. Stop scrolling and start building. Your dream life isn't going to create itself. I'll see you inside. Peace.